Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot, and today you guys, I wanted to take a look at some things. So during the last election cycle, presidential election, I read and really strongly picked up Gavin Newsom running for president. And then I also picked up a Kamala and Gavin Newsom ticket. And I started thinking about this today, and I wondered if California decides to secede, is that right, secede, from the United States, is what I'm seeing for Gavin Newsom being president, is he going to actually be president of California or a broken off section of the United States? So that's what we're going to look at today. As always, my readings are just for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, form your own opinion, and be kind to one another in the comment section down below. All right, you guys, let's do this. So the first thing I want to look at is just what is the likelihood of California and possibly other states seceding from the U.S.? So right now we're in conflict. So Spirit's like picking right up on right where we are. We are in a state of conflict. There's things going on that a lot of people don't agree with. We're seeing a lot of warriors, but like soldiers in the streets. And so this would be that conflict. This is also profiting off of, it's profiteering, right? And we're seeing that with Trump and his family for entertainment purposes only. The challenge that they will face is judgment reversed. Judgment reversed is a misinterpretation or a misreckoning. It can be not seeing something. Okay, let's keep going here. The energy that this situation is coming from is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is money that you're expecting to show up doesn't show up. So I feel like this could be money from the federal government, funds that are supposed to go to California are not going to go to California. And California pays more into taxes than any other state. It has the fourth largest economy in the world. So California not getting money from the federal government is going to be the thing that is the catalyst for them seceding, because they're going to need to do it to protect the people of California. They're paying into their taxes. You know, everyone, it's interesting. I don't know where, you all live, but right now I live in Arizona and I used to live in Washington. And I don't know if it's this way everywhere or just in Arizona and Washington, but people are always like, those Californians, Californians are moving, making everything, just like, it's crazy, right? People have such an issue with people from California. And I always think those Californians are, subsidizing, in Arizona anyway, subsidizing all of these people that complain. It's just crazy to me. So that's going to be the catalyst for it. They're going to need it just to protect the taxes, the money that their people are paying in. The energy of where this is going is the King of Pentacles reversed. So the King of Pentacles reversed is someone who's very greedy. Again, I think it would be someone holding money, trying to control money. That's interesting. The aim of this situation is the 10 of Wands reversed. The 10 of Wands reversed is the card of reassessment, needing to reassess. So this could be people in California saying, you know what, we need to reassess our relationship with the United States. Is this in our best interest? What they don't see coming, or the underlying issue, is the Four of Cups. This is dissatisfaction with how things are going. So the underlying issue is that people are becoming very dissatisfied with what they're seeing happening at the federal level. The energy is the Seven of Cups. This is a card of chaos. It's confusion. It's possibilities. It's temptation. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that's going on within the federal government. And then I think there's a lot going on just in California trying to figure out how they're going to survive, the rest of the Trump presidency. The environment is the Two of Swords reversed. So this is a stalemate. So what this could be is, this could be a couple things. The stalemate could be between California and the federal government, and again, that being the catalyst, or this could be a stalemate between the people of California trying to decide what they want to do. So they may try to secede, it's not happening for a little bit, and then it happens later, or it might not happen at all. Okay, the cards are not being super direct. What they are being very clear on is that I feel like the issue is going to come up, and it's going to come up around the withholding of the funds. So let's keep going. Hopes or fears? Yeah, the hope is to protect the money, protect their money, protect their investments. This is like going to battle to protect the resources of California. That's what they're willing to do. Final outcome for this question of, is California going to secede? We have the Hanged Man reversed. This is Spirit's way of not giving me an answer. This is a card of martyrdom. It's a card of persecution, but it does not really give me a direct answer. So, it's interesting, right? When we read tarot, we are looking at the energies as they are right now. It's a snapshot in time. And that's why sometimes tarot readings will change, or the energy will be kind of similar, but it'll change a little bit. It's because people have free will. So right now, right, someone could have their mind absolutely made up about something, but something could happen that makes them change their mind, and then everything changes. So always keep that in mind when we're looking at tarot readings. The other thing too that's interesting with tarot is that spirits don't recognize time. Time is something that's here that we use. But that is not something that spirits don't operate in time. So trying to get timing can sometimes be really tough too. I'll have people that, will get on me, and I'm just like, hey, listen, I'm doing the best I can here. Okay, so now what I want to look at is the likelihood of Gavin Newsom running for president, one way or the other, whether it's through California or the United States. Let's see what we get here. So 5 of Wands reversed. This is a card that talks about an opportunity for reconciliation, an opportunity to bring people back together, to get the fighting out of the streets, to again, just bring people back together. He is going to speak of unity. His challenge is the 7 of Wands reversed. So the 7 of Wands reversed is a card that can talk about being vulnerable. Okay, so there are things that could come out that could be vulnerabilities. And a lot of these politicians have history, and it comes out. So there could be something that comes out about Newsom that makes him more vulnerable. This could also be vulnerability as far as his safety or even his health. The energy that he's coming from is the Magician. I love this. This is his energy right now. This is being able to manifest things, make things happen, pull things together. It's having all of the tools and knowing how to use them. The energy of where he's going is the 6 of Swords. This is another really great card. This is going from troubled waters to calmer seas. So I could see him being successful in running for that level and actually being really effective. The overarching goal is the 4 of Wands. This is the card of celebration. This is wanting to celebrate something. And obviously running for a presidential, role, running for president, whether it's of the US or, seceded states, that's still something really huge. The underlying energy, or what he doesn't see coming, is the 5 of Cups. So what I feel like is the 5 of Cups is loss, grief. I think that before it happens, before he's able to run for office, or before, California ends up seceding, if they do, I feel like the people are going to have to go through a lot, right? And I think they're going to have to go through it a lot at the hands of the federal government. So the Five of Cups it's that loss and it's grief, but it's also the energy of being at your lowest point and now being ready to begin the recovery process. So this makes a lot of sense to me. There's going to be a lot of heartache. I'm wondering how bad it's going to get, because I feel like at some point ICE is going to turn, unfortunately, and I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like they're going to turn more into like Gestapo tactics and have no problem taking people's lives. The energy of Newsom, okay, this is communication issues. So he might struggle with the way that he communicates with some voters. And I know that some people don't like when he mocks Trump's tweets, but I personally think they're hilarious. Okay, the environment is the King of Wands reversed. So this is the environment. It's going to be a battle, right? It's going to be just all kinds of battles. If he's running for president of the U.S., people are going to fight him all the way. I feel like it's going to be really dangerous for him. I feel like we're entering a time of politics where we're going to start to see, for entertainment purposes only, more assassinations of leaders. And I hope that's not right, but hopes or fears is martyrdom, becoming a martyr. That's literally what we were just talking about, losing his life. Final outcome for him running for president. Interesting. The Four of Cups is a card of dissatisfaction or boredom. This has been like the most stubborn reading. Okay, so let's go to some what's the tea cards here. So what's the tea on Gavin running for president? We have ego and we have screenshot. This could be either someone getting something on him or him having something on someone else. Ego, this could apply to so many different people. When we look at ego, I mean, obviously the first place my brain goes to is Trump, but I'm wondering if Gavin Newsom has a big ego and if he's going to do something that's going to handicap himself. That's because with that boredom dissatisfaction card that we got for final outcome, I'm wondering, is it the people that are going to be bored and dissatisfied with something? I'm just really wondering if something from his past is going to come up that's not good, which is unfortunate, right? Because that's not what we want. But okay, so then I want to see Kamala's potential for leadership. And the same parameters, that her potential for leadership in California or for the U.S. Let's see. So this is being confined. Eight of Swords is a card that talks all about restrictions, being trapped and having constraints put on you. So she's feeling a lot of that, right? Her challenge when it comes to that is Queen of Swords reversed. Queen of Swords reverses has a very sharp tongue. There are people that don't like her messaging. That is the problem. There are people that don't like the way either she communicates or her messaging or the things that she says, which I don't get because I really like her communication style, but that is the issue. Or the other thing it could actually be, instead of communication style, is it could be her messaging. It could just be the messaging. So that's her challenge. She has to change the messaging because what she did before was not effective. The energy she's coming from is a loss, being beat down. The Nine of Wands is a card of, it's being beat down, but it's also being on the defensive. So their person is beat up, but they're not down. They're still standing. And I do very much feel like that's her energy. The energy of where she's going is the Five of Wands reversed. Again, this is the opportunity for reconciliation to bring people together. This is actually a really good card. I know when we look at it like this, it's battle, conflict, things like that. But when we see it this way, it's that opportunity for reconciliation. She could be the uniting factor, okay? Now, the aim or the goal is the Seven of Wands reversed. The Seven of Wands reversed is a card that talks about, again, vulnerability. She has vulnerabilities as well. So we need to remember that. What she doesn't see coming, or the underlying issue, is the Magician. This is her having the tools and knowing how to use them. This is her being able to manifest that of which she desires. The energy is the Hierophant reversed. You guys, this is going against government. I do not think, and I have gotten it 100 times, I do not think Kamala will be president of the United States, but I would bet you, or not bet you, but I wouldn't be surprised if she ended up being like the president of California if they secede, because this is doing things in an unorthodox way. This is the opposite of government and structure. It's like doing something that's very anti-establishment, and that would be the ultimate in anti-establishment. The environment is the Lover's card. She's going to partner. I feel like she's going to partner with Newsom. I'm wondering if he would run for president, she would run for VP, and something happens that where Newsom is not able to finish the race and she ends up stepping up into that presidential role. That's what's really coming through strongly. Now, remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only, okay? So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Hopes or fears is that Five of Cups reversed again. Her and Newsom's energy is very similar, and that they're getting a lot of the same cards. And I feel like it's because their energy is very similar. I think they're both on the same trajectory, but I think only one of them is going to get there, okay? But let's see final outcome for Kamala running for president. Oh, Nine of Swords. So this is, it would be troubled, it would be haunted, it would be full of anxiety. It would not be easy, and I don't know that she would win. That's not the most promising card. But even if she doesn't win, it could still be the messaging that brings people together. She could be, her and Newsom could be some of the power that unites people to start working together. And that can be just as helpful, if not more helpful, than them actually being a leader, right? I mean, because they are being a leader, just in a different way. Okay, so now I want to get a Starseed Oracle card. Now that we have seen this confusing reading where I swear I have more questions now than answers, let's take a look at what Spirit wants us to know. Whoa. What message would Spirit like us to have today to get through our day, to raise our vibrations? You know, be sure you're not spending too much time today watching the news or stressing out about what's going on around us. Just take some time for yourself today. Turn the TV off. Know that you are okay in this moment. Okay, what do we have today for a message? Whoa! Okay, we have the Great Severing. This is Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. This says, this is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid. It's here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love. There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long, we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. When we're hurt, it's normal to close off our heart to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others in the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. Wow. So this is powerful. This is talking about when we're having those difficult emotions that so many of us are having right now, fear, anxiety, paranoia. It's important for us to remember to find our way back to love. I talk all the time about making sure that you raise your vibration, right? How as long as you spend 51% of your time in a good energy, you're gonna tip your life, you're gonna tip the scales in your favor. But if you find that you're spending the majority of your time in fear, anxiety, sadness, confusion, well, then that's what you're going to attract more of, because where we're vibrating is what we're bringing to us. That's why when we have a good day, it seems like amazing things just keep happening. And it's why when we have a bad day, it seems like bad things keep happening. Okay. So the important thing is to always remember to come back to love. And I know that that's really hard right now. That has been one of my challenges, where I'm trying to reach across the aisle to my, MAGA community and have love for them, not tolerance of what they're spewing out, but trying to see the innocent child in them and having compassion for them. And hopefully, whatever. And the thing is too, is when we come back to love, then we're able to shake off those judgmental thoughts that sit with us and eat at us and then just make us, feel all, what I mean. I'm not being articulate today, but you guys know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling now. If you're still with me, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free and an amazing way to help out my channel. And if you would like to take your support of my channel one step further, you can become a member. Membership is 99 cents a month, and members get access to member exclusive content. It's a fun time over there, so you can go check that out. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I flip cards, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.